4+ million podcasts in the world, but you chose this one, Domain XCR. We found you. Welcome to the check-in.
Nhliziyo yami sawubona nhliziyo yami ngoba tata inqumo dala iza hayibuyehluleka iza bono nhliziyo yami sawubona nhliziyo yami ngoba tata inqumo sani iza hayibuyehluleka wena. After a very long time of not shooting any Dominic CR check-in episode, now I'm gonna quickly reflect on the previous one. Yeah, the first check-in ever. There we were looking at the topic of where motivation kills and inspiration reveals. Yeah, it's been a long time, guys, so I think I'm starting to be like a little bit shy now. It's been a long time since I've had a mic on my hand and starting speaking my thoughts on it. Yeah, so this is the second check-in, and in case you are wondering, and this is the platform where Litet actually speaks his mind in his own platform with the people that want to be here listening to Liteta's thoughts. Yeah, so with that being said, I'm saying please kindly do tune out of this if you think that okay, this guy is crazy. I mean, yeah, so for those who are going to listen, here's what we are talking about: expectations and high risks. The more the expectations, the higher the risk. With expectations, you don't know how much risk I had to take to meet the expectation. The way I'm saying it, it sounds like it's coming from a relationship kind of like perspective. No, it's an overall generalized point of view, this expectation and high risk thing. You are born and already there are expectations. You need to be like any other kid out there. Yeah, well, you need to be normal like every other kid. Fana nabanye abantwana, so be like abanye abantwana. Maybe the society is slowly forgetting that people are different. People that are already part of the society are different as well. Now you kind of like have to take certain risks of getting out of your own zone to meet the expectations of being like the others at a very young age. Do you know the thing of not being able to wear new clothes in the December holidays? Maybe let's say for the June, for the reconciliation day in December, for the 16th of December day. Bear in mind you're a kid, and then you just feel left out. You just think that you haven't met a certain expectation. You can't meet the standard expectation level. I think they all go together. So I think for some that's where they start learning to take risks, and then that thing grows with them because they now have that kind of mentality of, I gotta meet the standard, I have to meet the expectation. At school, you sit behind the desk, you have to meet the expectation of getting a certain pass rate. You're expected to pass expectations. You go to high school, you're expected to do such and such. Out of high school, that's where you see that, now the expectations have changed. They are now adulthood, world of work expectations, and you still have to meet them, and you still have to take more high risks. Crazy expectations. Expectations are always coming from a point of other people. They are never personalized. There is a platform to personalize expectations. Damn, I was supposed to have done such and such. So expectation, standard, goal, similar. I was supposed to do such and such. I couldn't do it. Expectations. You are expected, when you are out of high school, you are expected to go into the world of work. And from the world of work, you are expected to get early at work. You are expected to do so. It's just expectations. And the higher the expectations, the higher the risk. It's crazy. And now, where am I really going with this? Because with the expectations, some people end up losing their oneself because of they are used to that thing of meeting expectations, taking higher risk. You gotta put food in the table. They just see the food on the table. They don't know how much risk you had to take to put the food in the table, And this thing that I'm saying does not only come from a gangster point of perspective. Just in general, I need to beat more than the pass rate. I'm expected to have sleepless nights. Have to take the risk. That's health. Health is involved within that. Having sleepless nights. But then the results of having sleepless nights, they show. Crazy. So expectations, they come with sacrifices and risks as well. And the risk does not only mean it's from a negative point of view. You may take a risk for a good cause. Expectations, higher risk. So you just gotta know that at some point you can lose thyself. And when the consequences of taking the higher risk, trying to meet an expectation, yes, they're gonna show, but are you still gonna be yourself after that? Are you still gonna be yourself after that? Are you still gonna view yourself the same way that you used to before you instilled the mentality of wanting to meet an expectation, which you didn't instill it yourself? It was instilled to you, or installed to you, or implemented to you when you were young. But it started small, with small things, and you carried through your whole life, half of your life. And now it has become a norm to a point that you can't differentiate is this thing really worth it? Obviously, you're going to try and convince yourself if it's something that you're going to benefit from at the end of the day. Then you're going to say, yes, I have to meet this expectation and take this high risk because so and so. But in between, we are forgetting ourselves. That's why I think it's best sometimes to first, before you enforce yourself to meet expectations, do something genuinely with its originality, so that by the time you instill the thing of wanting to meet an expectation, at least you know that I know my capabilities and abilities of meeting this expectation. You are not only focused on meeting the expectation or wanting, I think I'm dwelling too much on it, but that's my thought. I'm just focused on losing thy oneself or thy own self within the process of wanting to meet an expectation. The way I say it now, it's there, and one cannot run away from. They just have to find a way of living with it. It's like a pain, not a wound, a pain. A pain. Hey, now I'm tipping into something else. That was gonna be another topic for the third check-in. Yeah, but it's like pain, but I might as well. Yeah, but I'm not gonna talk too much on it. It's like pain. You end up learning to live with it. You find ways of maneuvering yourself within it. Yeah, so expectations, standards, goal, risk. You just have to find a way of living with it, making sure that you don't lose the authenticity of yourself, or genuinity of your own self. I don't know if I said that word right. Yeah, and I have this thing of me of always thinking words up. But yeah, so don't feel otherwise, or don't think otherwise just because you are listening to this. Don't think otherwise that, okay, so now what am I supposed to do? When there are expectations to be met, what am I supposed to do? No, I'm not saying do not meet those expectations. You wanna get that manager position at work, go meet those expectations, go meet those standards, and have those requirements needed there. Go do it. But do not lose thy own self, because I think we lose ourselves on just on small things, which I'm not even going to dwell on. Just small things that we think, it's just a small thing. Otherwise, I'm aiming for big, so it won't be a problem, But it's those small things that end up loosening certain things within you, and by the time where you meet that expectation and you look back, you're like, I sacrificed so and so, and I lost so much. But at the end of the day, you got what you wanted. So how can we maneuver ourselves within the expectations and risks without losing certain things about ourselves, the authenticity of our own self? For instance, within those sleepless nights, let's say you just sleep like maybe 4 hours. The other hours you are more into the work or whatever it is. It's just an example. Of course that it's going to affect your health. So it's within those things. How do you recover from that? And a reminder, these are my thoughts. This is a platform where I think with the check-ins. Whoever thinks that, when was the last time I checked in with myself? Come check in with me. Let's check in together. But I'm also checking up on myself as well. But with these check-ins, I'm just dropping down like topics that just pop in my mind, like, and how I view certain things that are happening around me and the world. So thanks for chilling. I don't know if you guys were chilling or were even listening, but if you stayed up until this point, it means that you are really listening. And I appreciate it. And hopefully you're going to listen to the next check-in, which is the third check-in of the Domain XCR. I didn't even introduce myself, did I? I don't know. But my name is Lita Tachwili, and this is the Domain XCR check-in 2. Thank you.